It was the largest empire in the Americas, powerful, wealthy, unstoppable. The Aztec Empire stretched across mountains and valleys, ruling over millions. Their capital, Tenochtitlan, shimmered like a jewel on the waters of Lake Texcoco, its temples piercing the sky. But in just 2 years it was gone, destroyed, not by an army of thousands, but by 500 Spaniards, a few horses, and something far more deadly. In 1519, Tenochtitlan was one of the most magnificent cities in the world. Picture this: white stone pyramids towering above bustling markets, canals weaving through neighborhoods like streets in Venice. Gold glittered in the temples. The air smelled of roasted corn, chili, and flowers. At the heart of it all was Emperor Montezuma II, powerful, feared, and deeply religious. But that belief would soon become his downfall. That same year, a strange sight appeared on the Gulf Coast. Tall ships with white sails. On board, Hernán Cortés, a Spanish conquistador with ambition as vast as the ocean he'd crossed. He didn't come alone. 500 soldiers, 16 horses, a few cannons, and one dangerous advantage: knowledge. Cortés had heard the rumors. The Aztecs believed in a prophecy that the god Quetzalcoatl, light-skinned and bearded, would return from the east. Cortés, he fit the description perfectly. Instead of attacking Cortés, Montezuma welcomed him into Tenochtitlan as an honored guest. Thousands of Aztec warriors stood ready to fight, yet their emperor offered gold, food, and power. Why? Because Montezuma believed Cortés was Quetzalcoatl. He saw not an invader, but a god. Cortés didn't hesitate. He seized Montezuma, holding him hostage in his own palace. The emperor of millions now took orders from a man with fewer soldiers than some Aztec villages. But the Spaniards made a fatal mistake. During a religious festival, while Aztec nobles danced in the great temple, the Spaniards attacked, massacring hundreds. Blood soaked the stone floors. The city erupted in fury, the streets filled with warriors. Cortés and his men had to flee, many drowned, weighed down by stolen gold, during the infamous Noche Triste, the Night of Sorrows. But the real killer had already arrived. Smallpox. It came with a single infected slave, an invisible enemy far deadlier than swords or cannons. Within months, half the population of Tenochtitlan was dead. Priests, warriors, children, entire families wiped out overnight. The city, once vibrant and powerful, was now silent, streets filled with bodies. Cortés didn't miss his chance. He returned with 70,000 indigenous allies, tribes who hated the Aztecs' rule. Together they surrounded the starving city for 93 days. No food, no water, just suffering. When the Spaniards finally stormed the city, it was less of a battle and more of a slaughter. Emperor Cuauhtémoc, Montezuma's successor, was captured. The city was burned, temples destroyed, canals filled in with rubble. And just like that, the Aztec Empire, an empire that stood for centuries, was gone. Not by strength, but by trust, betrayal, and disease. 500 men, a prophecy, and a virus changed history forever. The Aztecs believed they were untouchable until they weren't. And that's how one of the greatest empires in history fell. Not just by force, but by misunderstanding, betrayal, and an invisible enemy. History often shows us that the greatest dangers aren't always the ones we see coming. Thanks for listening. If you found this story as fascinating as we did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. There's always more history waiting to be uncovered. Until next time, stay curious.